Climate change. It's once again the top issue for many people in America, partly because of the devastation of Hurricane Dorian, which is such a crazy storm that it somehow hit the Bahamas, the Carolinas, and then, thanks to President Trump's Sharpie pen, also Alabama. Yeah, Trump basically thinks his Sharpie can bend reality to be whatever he wants it to be, which I guess is why all his family photos look like this. But the conversation about climate change is happening all over the world, more than ever, right now. And the focus is on another major disaster unfolding in Brazil.
Brazil's Amazon rainforest, the world's largest, is burning at a record rate. There have been more than 74,000 fires this year, up 84% from last year.
For weeks now, the Amazon rainforest, one of Earth's most valuable resources, has been ravaged by fires.
The collection of tens of thousands of blazes engulfing an area 2/3 the size of the continental United States, fires burning from the equivalent of Detroit to Los Angeles. Brazil has deployed 44,000 troops, but most fires go unfought here.
On the front lines at one fire, twice the size of New Jersey, only 30 men are fighting the flames with no hoses, sometimes just kicking the fire.
Just kicking the fire? They're dealing with a forest fire the same way I deal with an ice cube that fell on the floor. It's like, go away, go under the fridge. I mean, I guess it sort of makes sense because Brazil is the soccer capital of the world, so they probably try to solve everything through kicking, you know? I bet instead of CPR, they just kick the person in the chest until he breathes again. It's like, Granddad, stay with me. Come on, Granddad, come on. So this is a big problem for Brazil. But the real problem is that it's the world's issue, right? Because the Amazon isn't just some random forest nobody cares about, like Forrest Whitaker. No, the rainforest is critical to keeping carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere. It mitigates climate change, and it's the world's most diverse ecosystem, which is why all around the world, people are demanding something be done.
The political heat getting hotter at home and around the world. Protests in Canada, France, Germany, England.
I'm just really scared that when I'm older, the world that I'm living in isn't going to be as nice as it is now.
The outcry on social media has been huge, with the hashtag Pray for the Amazon trending. Oscar winner and environmental activist Leonardo DiCaprio speaking out in a series of posts on Instagram. The lungs of the earth are in flames.
Yes, from young people in Europe all the way to Hollywood stars like Leonardo DiCaprio, everyone has come together to raise awareness for the Amazon. And can I just say how impressed I am that Leonardo DiCaprio is so dedicated to fighting climate change? I mean, the guy raised like $5 million for this. He's out there every day. And don't forget, he died because of an iceberg, right? But he's still out there fighting to protect them. That is dedication, my friends. Now look, as part of nature's cycle, the Amazon rainforest experiences fires every single year. But the reason these fires have gotten so much attention is because it looks like Brazil's new president, Jair Bolsonaro, is quite literally fanning the flames.
Brazil's president didn't strike the match that lit these flames, but many say, given his policies and his response to the crisis, he might as well have.
It is believed that many of the fires were started by farmers trying to clear land. Bolsonaro's seeming support for the development of the Amazon may have emboldened farmers to burn land.
He campaigned on the idea that economic development was being stifled because of unnecessary affection for the Amazon.
He's delighted his supporters by saying too much of the forest is protected.
Since he came into power, he's been stripping protections from the Amazon and other forests in Brazil and encouraging farmers to set fire to land and clear it.
Okay, that is insane, man. Running for president on a promise of destroying the Amazon forest doesn't sound like real life. It sounds like something the Joker would say. And then even when he gets to office, he'd be like, burn down the Amazon. Come on, that was just something I said. I was joking. I'm the Joker. It's not funny when you have to explain the joke. Come on, guys. But yes, it turns out Brazil's president is more interested in the commercial potential of the Amazon rainforest than the life it protects, which might explain why he's so resistant to accepting help from the rest of the world.
Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro is refusing $20 million in emergency aid from G7 countries to fight those fires, calling it part of a colonial mentality.
Bolsonaro adding he didn't trust the motivation behind the money, telling reporters earlier this week, why do they have their eye on the Amazon? What do they want there?
What do they want there? They want the Amazon to not burn down. Just because you want to exploit the Amazon rainforest doesn't mean everyone else does. Can you imagine living next door to this guy? His house would be on fire, and then when you come with a bucket of water to help, he'd be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Why are you trying to save my house? Are you trying to sleep with my wife? And you'd be like, no, it's just your house is on fire, so it might come to me. Like my wife? No, hey! Now, many leaders of the world's biggest nations have criticized the Brazilian president for his inaction. But no one has been more vocal than French President Emmanuel Macron, which is why Bolsonaro and his government have decided to light his ass up.
The rhetoric between France and Brazil really heating up as these fires continue to burn.
Bolsonaro's chief of staff brought the recent Notre Dame fire into the fight, saying, quote, Macron cannot even avoid a predictable fire in a church that is part of World Heritage and wants to give lessons to our country.
On Monday, Bolsonaro endorsed a Facebook post mocking the appearance of Macron's wife.
Bolsonaro joined in on a meme on Facebook about the French First Lady Brigitte Macron's appearance compared to his own wife, and he said, quote, don't humiliate the guy.
God damn. That's one of the most petty things I've ever seen. Macron said the world needs to save the Amazon, and in response, Bolsonaro came for Notre Dame and Macron's wife. Yeah, this is gonna make the next UN meeting so awkward. Yeah, they're gonna have to put Israel and Palestine between Brazil and France, just to ease the tensions. Be like, all right, you guys just calm them down. So as it stands, the situation seems pretty bad. The world's most precious forest is on fire. Brazil's leaders aren't doing enough to stop it, and its president might even want this to happen. So I'm gonna be honest, folks. Seems like there's only one man who can stop this. Donald J. Trump. You see, what we need to do is, we need to get the president to pull out that magic march, that magic Sharpie of his, and we need to get him to send that hurricane down from Alabama all the way to Brazil to fan out the flames. Come on, Mr. Trump, use your power for good. Do it now, Donald. Do it now.